man, but with some deep, real New York roots. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
out here in Atlanta, I was raised on the like north side, east side. Decatur, all the way to Gwinnett, Buford Highway. I'm the same guy from Cross Keys High School. Guy to my I'm the same guy.
Hey, baby.
I gotta say this, Zane, because you've been in the game for almost, I know, over 30 years, at least a decade. So I know, like, starting back even in the 90s, because you were like one of my favorite artists, actually, next to Tupac. That's who you reminded me of. So,
shout out to yeah.
So let's go into that. Like, how did you get started? Like, going back into the 90s, like, how did you get started?
Well,
what was the inspiration?
Right.
What was the first and foremost? You didn't just wake up wanting to be Lil Zane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It had to be some inspiration, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, from the inspiration, man, how did it all crack off, baby?
I guess I would say just, when I grew up in Atlanta, I was a kid and I grew up watching that's when Atlanta first started blowing up. I grew up watching like ABC, Crisscross, TLC, Belle Biv DeVoe, all the people like that. You know what I'm saying? New Edition. My mom and dad used to play New Edition a lot, so I grew up on like New Edition, Michael Jackson. Like I was inspired by the greats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the first song I ever learned was "Before I Let Go" by Frankie Beverly and Maze. That's the first song I ever. My mom said I started walking to that. So rooted with music, man, and from all genres. Like, people don't know I like to listen to Amy Winehouse. I like rock and roll. I like everything. But I grew up in Atlanta where it's really, really music driven. And growing up around people like Dallas Austin and Dallas Austin, TLC. TLC's DJ used to write for me, you know what I'm saying, as a kid. It was a girl by the name of Dolomix. Shout out to Dolomix. So I always had that angle. I had a woman writing for me when I grew up, and then I went on to Eric Sermon, Too Short, people like Biggie Smalls writing for me, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, most kids can't say they, Busta Rhymes, people like that used to write for me. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I was that little kid, 8, 9 years old, running around the studio with everybody else, thinking I was grown.
And then being there, you had all those people around you. Because the first thing you said when you came on is you got them true New York roots. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a New Yorker over here.
Yeah. So we're going to get along just fine, baby. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You know what I mean? And in the days...
Brooklyn?
Yeah. In the days of what you talking about, you know what I mean?
Us some wild boys out of Brooklyn. Boys don't play out to Brooklyn.
Hey, man. So when everybody was writing for you, man, I'm sure there had to be a lot of lessons and a lot of things that was said to you, man, in your ascension. You know what I'm saying? When you first started doing what you was doing from back in those days, man. You know what I mean?
Man, I just learned to, first of all, learn to write my own stuff. That's the first thing, because I learned that writing is where the money's at, and just learning different styles. That's why, like, I grew up listening to a lot of West Coast music, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. When I got in my teens, I wanted to be from the West Coast so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I was from the West Coast. You couldn't tell me nothing. So growing up listening to Dr. Dre, Too Short, Pop, Snoop. So I was from Atlanta, lived in Atlanta, but listened to a lot of West Coast music. But I'm born in New York. So, my mom and Mary J, my auntie and Mary J. Blige are best friends to this day.
Wow, interesting.
I'm from the same projects as DMX. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige. I'm from Slow Bomb. I was born in, in Yonkers. So, I feel like just having that as an artist is what made me want to just get into it. Then having greats like that write for you and being able to be around, people like Pudgy the Fat Bastard back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. And then speaking of the artists too as well, I know you had some affiliations with Akon too, right?
Yeah, that's
because he's from my hometown, St. Louis. So
St. Louis, man, shout out to Akon too. Like that's one of my, you know, that's like my family, you know. I was one of the first people that, you know, helped get Akon started in his career at a young age. I just knew, you know, talent at a young age. I knew what I wanted at a young age. Being around all them greats, it was easy to just like, that's what I got from it. Just knowing what you want at a young age, seeing so many people like right there. This person right there next to me is the person doing all this great stuff. Like it makes you feel like you can do it because you're so close to them. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
And
So
I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because I know that's how it goes sometimes. Man, Zane, you've been in the game for a while. You done a lot of different things, a lot of significant different things in the game, and a lot of people don't give you your flowers for the different things that you've done only because they don't know.
Flowers. Let me go find some flowers real quick and get my. Let me go find some fucking flowers and get myself some flowers real quick.
Come on, because you deserve it, King.
Where's the fucking
real.
flowers? Where's the flowers at? Where's the damn flowers at? Hold on, I'm trying to go find flowers, man.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Smell the roses in this.
And you know what? I would even go that far to just saying like a legend as well too. You know?
Yeah,
because
you know,
30-some years, like that's a blessing to like even be in the game and still doing your thing.
Still getting. Man, what? How did the movie thing come? Was that an easy transition? You know what I'm saying? From music into acting. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be series on screen or whatever.
Honestly, big dog, I ain't trying to sound like that, but for me it was, you know. For me,
okay.
Some people just built like that, you know what I'm saying? But people know I got into acting way before I got into music. I was in theater. I was, you know,
right.
This dude named Mr. Jones, Tom Jones, put me in a play called Mad Hearts. And when I was like 13, 14. And that was before I really took off in music real big. So I always been doing both, but I was on the road doing acting before I ever seen the tour doing music. So, you know, always came naturally to me. I'm the type person my mom would take to the hair salon, and while she getting her hair done, I'm in there performing. I was always performing for them.
Yeah.
I do have to say that your album Young World the Future, it got me through a lot of things in life. It did.
Oh man, I appreciate
that was my favorite album for real.
And
when Pac was gone, I kind of felt like we lost something, but then as well you came back with it because you had that Pac style, that Pac flow. So I was like, yeah.
Nah, I mean a lot Pac growing up was one of my big influences, along with LL Cool J, along with that's why Tonight I'm Yours, you hear little LL Cool J and Tonight I'm Yours. You know, if you go through my album, you know what I'm saying, and Money Stretch, you hear little Jay-Z and Money Stretch, you know what I'm saying? Because one gift about me is that I'm able to do whatever popping at that time. Like my musical ear is crazy. Like if this is what's popping right now, I could do what's popping. You know what I'm saying? But Pac was one of them things where I was a kid. I was a kid and I met Pac in real life. And when I met Pac, before I met Pac, me and my I was in a group, a 3-man group. We wanted to be naughty by nature. You know what I'm saying? I stretch, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Tretch, bald head. I had the bald head. I was trying to be Tretch. So you know, and after I met Pac, and Pac was like, yo, rap for me. You know what I'm saying? And this lady named Mary Jo Moore introduced me to a good family friend of mine a good family friend of mine named Mary Jo Moore introduced me to Pac. And when he said rap for me and I rap for him, he was like, jokingly, like as a kid, now that I know, he jokingly was like, man, he kind of remind me of me when I was younger. And stuck with me as a kid. And I think that somehow in my crazy mind, I thought it was, at that point, I was just like, you know what? Like, I just started studying everything.
Yeah, because when I heard calling me, and it was like, Lil Zane, and Pac was
everything the way he delivered, the way women gravitated to him, the way the dudes respected him, I just practiced that, like, and I made it in my life, like it wasn't just in my music, you know what I'm saying? I was really thug life in real life, like I lived like that. Like if Pac said it, it was a go. And And so you go from being a kid to meeting Pac and Pac saying you remind me of me, whether he was joking or not as a kid. But then I met Biggie and we eventually were cool. But when I met Biggie, I was opening up for Biggie as a kid at a concert. And being a kid, I went to Biggie and was like, yo, we got to do something, me, you, and my group, man. We got to do something. He was like, hold up, shorty, I ain't even heard you rap yet. And as a kid, even though he was right, as a kid, it really like it did something to me. Like it made me be like, damn, Biggie, a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Rest in peace. He was real. But Pac gave me that love and that right off the top. Like, oh, you remind me of me, man. Keep doing that shit. So I think it really made me just feel like, damn, I want to study Pac, kind of like Kobe did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe Kobe met Mike somewhere, and Mike was like, "Go ahead, little man." And then that same little
well,
kid,
you know, they played together too. They played together.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
So you would call me and Pac playing together because I was in the industry when he was in the industry. I was a kid, just like these niggas look up to Drake and shit. Just like these niggas see Drake right now and want to be Drake, and now it's a million niggas trying to be Drake, or you know, like it was the same thing. Pac was that dude, and I seen Pac, and I was a kid and younger than Lil Wayne. I was like Lil Wayne's age when he met Birdman. I was like, you got this guy that say, you remind me of me, and you know, it gassed me up. And then from that point, I'm looking at all the videos. He take his shirt off, I take my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? He acting, I want to act. You know what I'm saying? He hyper as hell, I'm hyper as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's like
good looking too. Good looking too.
I related to it. I was just like, yeah. And he was a great actor. And I loved how in that little bit of time, you know, he captivated the world. So, you know, I could speak for hours about Pop because and then I met him many times. So it's like when you meet somebody for the first time and then every time you meet them after that, they're still the same way. And I wish it was cameras back in the day or we were so taking pictures because I would have had hella pictures with Pop. You know what I'm saying? Like so my thing was, then eventually I got to do a song or two with the Outlaws. I was in LA and Pop passed away.
And my dudes.
So
Media, Young Noble, all dudes.
Yeah. Yo, that's the fam.
Yeah.
So I just had them in town.
That's
when was it? Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Super Bowl. I just had them in town Super Bowl weekend. You know what I mean? So that's family on this end too. You know what I mean?
All the way. So when I met the Outlaws, I did 2 songs with the Outlaws, and then it really kind of stamped me to where I felt like, damn, if Outlaws love it and Outlaws show me love, then the world can't say nothing. That was kind of like my way, and at the point where I was just like, yo, that's kind of Pac moving from the heavens, because I was taking a lot of flack from people saying I was trying to do this and trying to do that. And one day I was in the studio and I ended up meeting the Outlaws, and we did 2 songs together. And you know what I'm saying, one of the songs are out on the YouTube right now. So that was like a what do you call it, a nice point. What do you call that point where you meet a pivot point, like like a key point in my life where you just like, I was like, damn, nobody can say nothing no more. Like, damn, like, you know what I mean?
So with all the success
official,
with all the success that you've had, like over 30 years, like, have you thought about doing like a documentary on yourself, or Of
course, but I just feel like it's still so much more to go that that I need to start kind of doing like them dudes did with Kanye, and just like keep filming it and putting it up, putting. Eventually, I'll release something because I got a lot of tapes and a lot of footage and that I'm gonna release. You know what I mean? But I'm still building this story. This story is just amazing. Like, I'm going from doing music and doing movies to chilling for a minute and trying to figure things out and raise 2 kids, and then coming back on a TV show like BMF right off the top. And now the music's finna drop again. My new music's about to drop. I got a new water bottle company called Unwind that I need to be plugging right now. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm tripping.
Let's get it.
While you doing that, how did your success with the BMF Stars come about?
The success with the BMF Stars came from,
how did you get that?
I did an audition. I had an audition just like everybody else, but I think that I went in there and killed the audition, and on top of that, I'm sorry, I'm on set filming as you see right now. Hold on, let me
Yeah,
give y'all a
that's
little
what it
Okay,
is,
sneak peek.
baby.
working,
Do
working.
what you
I'm gonna
do.
give
Okay.
y'all a little sneak peek. You know what I mean? We working, we stay working.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's super dope.
We stay working. We stay working. Yeah, we stay working. Let me get out of here. Hold on one second.
See,
Everybody got
you get
it.
first right from Media May. We get to see behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
right,
loving
right.
it.
Yeah,
I mean, shit. Hey, Zay.
everybody
Hey,
got
Zay.
an
It's
iPhone
just the
party.
Brooklyn way we do things, baby. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. That's just y'all just happen to catch me while we working.
Yeah, no question.
Let me see if okay, so boom. Where can I go? Or can I plug outside? Let me see if I can plug outside because they about to say action. I can't be loud as hell. So it's always working, man. I'm one of the people that's like, I'm never not working. Like people
Right.
that really know me, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. People that know me, they know Zane is never not, I'm Mr. Never not working, man. Like
Yeah.
it's always,
So
I'm always working.
that BMF story, that part that you had to play, man. How,
Saki.
how did you embrace that? Like the research that you did on it, like, or was it just natural? Because some shit, like you said, some shit just becomes natural. We able to naturally do things that other
You
folks
know what
can't
it
do.
was, man? You know what it was, bro? Like honestly, you know, like when I in Atlanta, when I was growing up, like I mean, when I was first getting started in Atlanta, and this is my water bottle, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unwind water bottle, definitely alkaline water. It's really really
Alkaline
good.
water.
That's what I
What's the
need
name
Alkaline
of it?
over
water,
here.
good for you, healthy. You know what I'm saying? So can I turn it like this? Can I turn my phone like this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
what it is,
perfect.
baby.
All right, perfect. So yeah, so you know, I growing up in Atlanta and doing music, I used to run into BMF in the club all the time. Like I used to have my section, they had a sections, you know what I'm saying? I was young doing it too. So, you know, oh, okay, no, I thought you was telling me. Yeah, so I was young doing it too. So it's like being able to be there and see how they move. And then years later, because I look so young and because I'm so young and fly and just cool fly with it, you know what I'm saying? I was able to play that young role, you know, and so it's like a dream come true to just and it's actually surreal to actually be in the club with them because I was around then and I knew Meech and them and I used to go to Meech and them crib back in the day. Lil Meech was running around. Lil Meech was like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Mm.
When I used to go to the crib, damn, this what a good plug. This what a good plug.
Ain't nothing like some good alkaline water.
Yeah, nice and cold too. So like when I used to go to the crib, Meech was only like 2 years old. So it's like, you know, now I'm playing on the screen right across from him, you know what I'm saying, looking just as young and fly as him, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And it's just a blessing. Like I think all that plays, the drinking water, the working out, the doing a good audition. So how did you book the BMF? The real answer, man, is just being prepared for the opportunity, and then it equals success. We prepared for the opportunity. I wasn't all looking crazy because they could have easily been like, nah, he looking about 55 years old. You know, not 55. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some people be 30 looking 60 years old. You know how it is. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think keeping yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, you know what I'm
Very
saying?
important. Very important.
Spiritually connected and healthy, that when you get to that point where the opportunity presents itself, you know, I did audition. I stayed sharp on my acting, even when I wasn't getting no acting roles. I still was going to acting classes, paying acting coaches. So I booked a role honestly just by being prepared. And I did a movie with Tasha Smith called When Love Kills about
Mm-hmm.
about 2 years before BMF auditions came up, and I only had one line in the movie. And the way I got that role was another story. But I end up, you know, she ended up remembering my work ethic from that movie. She was like, when we worked together last time, even though you only had one line in the movie. Have you ever seen that movie with Lance Gross and Lil Mama, When Love
Yes, I saw
Kills?
it. Yes, yes, I
Okay,
saw
so
it.
if you go back and watch that movie, I played a DJ in the
Very good
club.
movie.
I played the DJ in the club.
Okay, I have to go
I
back and look
forgot
at
what
that.
little
I forgot what Lil Mama's character was, but I played the DJ where I'd be like, hey, y'all give it up for Sunshine or whatever her name is. Give it up for such and such coming to the stage. And that was just like my one line. But I was in the corner practicing that line, like, give it up for Sunshine coming to the stage. Give it up for Sunshine coming to the stage. Give it up for Sunshine. I was just trying to say it every way I could, dog, right? Practicing how I was going to say it. So I knew somebody was watching. Even though it looked crazy, I knew somebody was watching it. It happened to be Tasha, and she was like, boy, I gave you one line and you was studying that shit like you had a million lines. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, so I knew I wanted to work with you when I got a chance. And that's exactly what she said. She's like, I knew I wanted to work with you and you got it when I got another chance. So when she saw that audition come across her desk, she was like, okay, this is it right here. And when I did that part, I swear to God, I went in and I take about an hour to do my auditions. Like I'll rehearse for an hour or something like that. Then I put myself on tape. I might do it 2 or 3, 4 or 5 times just to get the right one. This one, I swear to God, I was like already in the mode, like, man, what's the use? They gonna pick me? Like, they ain't gonna pick my ass. So when I did it like a professional, like I'm gonna kill it.
Yes.
But I only did it once. I only did it once. I did it with an attitude too, like whatever my part was, because the part had an attitude anyway. The character had attitude. So I really just went in there on some effort type. Man, they ain't gonna book it anyway. Da 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 da. All right, cut. Send that shit in. She was like, just send it in. And I was like, yeah, just send it in. And I swear to God, it just
Divine.
came back.
Boy,
You know what I'm saying?
God is good, Jack. Sometimes, baby,
Crazy.
out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Bow, there you go. You know what I mean?
I started doing then. They opened up. Now it's a whole new Zane. Like it's not Lil Zane no more. It's Life I Live Zane. You know what I'm saying? The LIL stand for Life I Live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really like where you go by now. Life I Live Zane. LIL. I'm putting 2 dots in between them LIL. So I'm different, man. You know what I'm saying? My shit different. You know what I'm saying? Now watch every little rapper start doing that. Life I Live. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Your growth has been beautiful.
I'm always reinventing myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm always reinventing myself. And that's what it means to me. It's like when they did that and put me on that show, it just opened up another whole, you know how like they say you can take certain the doctors give you certain shit and then open up a whole different side of your brain.
Right.
Like
open up, right.
Yeah,
right.
It
open up a whole nother thought process to another
opened
process.
up a whole thought process. Like I really go at things in life now. Like I don't second guess myself. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't second guess because I didn't second guess myself that day. I did it like I meant it. Like I did it like I meant it, but I also did it like I didn't give a at the same time.
Right. Because there's times in life where you're put in certain positions for a reason.
You going to talk to a girl in the club. To be honest, excuse me, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Be honest though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, me and you in the club, we single, and we see that chick we want. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna step to her with everything you got. Like you mean what you saying too. Like, damn, I want to take you out. Like, damn, you beautiful. Like, boom, boom, boom. But if she be like, nah, I'm good, then you be like, all right, fuck it. All right, cool. Boom. Just that quick. Just that quick. It's not that you didn't mean it or what you said. It's just that ain't no pressure.
Right.
I'm the pressure.
And
I'm the pressure.
Now, what comes after that is wasted energy.
Yep. Absolutely.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't get that back, baby.
So now started booking. When it's like you go into it like, all right, this the roll, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna do it to my fullest, and I ain't gonna think about it. I'm gonna do it, boom, boom. Oh, I like that. That felt good. All right, boom. Send that shit in. If I don't get it, it just wasn't for me. If I get it, it was for me. Lately, I've been getting it, but it's the secret. It's like you read the book, The Secret. It really is the secret. Like
really is the secret.
Right. You got to put in your head that
manifestation,
you got it.
Positive thoughts.
You got it. I got it. Before I even do the part, I'm like, I got it. I got it. Who else they gonna pick? Who else they gonna pick? There'll be a fool. There'll be a fool not to pick me. It's like a girl feel like, you know, say you'll be a fool not to try to holler at me, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like that as an actor. It's like, boy, you'll be a fool not to pick me. Like, you know, I ain't the biggest, I ain't the tallest, I ain't the, you know what I'm saying, the richest rapper in the world, the richest actor in the world, the best, but I'm not a D-list actor, I'm not a C-list actor. I'm definitely B plus or maybe A right. I'm on an A-list show though. I think
Yeah,
when you're on the
absolutely.
when you're on the #1 show, I think that make you an A-list in my eyes. But like at the least they could put me as like a B+. You know what I'm saying? A-. Give me an A-.
I know that's right.
I think I deserve an A+, but I think I deserve an A+. But if you want to be critical, I'll take the A-. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no question about that, man. So it was also you was on the. I mean, you've done so much, man. We could go back and forth. We can vacillate on the music and the theater. How the next Friday soundtrack?
Next Friday soundtrack, just being signed to Priority Records. Shout out to Ice Cube, first of all. Being signed to Andrew Shack at Priority Records. You know, I had a distribution and a joint venture over there with Priority Records, and we end up, you know, that was their way of just launching me. It was the easier way to launch an artist, just to, you know, they hollered at Cube and was like, hey, we got this new artist that we just signed, and Cube might have said, send me a record. You know how you say, send me a record, let me check it out.
Yeah.
And then Uncle Cube said, boy, this boy fire. And then, you know, back in the day, let's go. Now we're gonna tell our age. Back in the day, when they used to have the cassette with the on the flip side, they had his song on the flip side. On the B side, they had my song. So when he sold 1,000,000 copies, I sold 1,000,000 copies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no
it was
doubt.
kind of like that's how they promoted it. They put his song on the A side, my song on the B side, and they made it the first single. And then it just took off from there. So that was like, you know, I did the Anywhere record, then, you know, the Priority next, and then they needed to put the record somewhere. So, you know, he ended up putting it on the Next Friday soundtrack. He put the video at the end of the movie. This is the first time I think we ever seen that when you was in the theater. So imagine people watching Next Friday. As big as the first Friday was, the next Friday comes out, you're watching in the theater, and as you're about to walk out and think it's over, my videos start coming on.
Oh, that's right.
That's dope.
And it make you sit in the theater a whole another 3 minutes, 3:30. I think the song was like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It make you sit a whole four extra minutes just watching the video. So it was great marketing, and you know, now that I think about it, being older, you know, it's just like you know, it was a blessing to just be able to come ride off his cocktail like that, cause the coattail, people wouldn't let you get that type of shine now. You know what I'm saying? So to let me ride off his coattail, to show that type of love, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't do that
They
nowadays.
don't do that.
That was
And
big.
it was brilliant. Let me tell you something. That was also brilliant by to put it on the end of the, because when people leave, the last thing that is imprinted in their mind.
They want to see that. They want to
Right.
see. Yeah.
You know, I
what
was loving it, bro. You know, I was loving it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only movie I watched for like 3 years straight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. But then I had then it started coming. Like I did 3 Strikes. They about to put 3 Strikes on 3 Strikes on the movie. Remember the movie 3 Strikes? That's coming back out on. That's about to come out on Netflix soon. So people don't know I had a video in 3 Strikes on the soundtrack of that. You know, I think my video either comes on at the end or they watching it somewhere in there, like something like that. But you know, so just that throwing your song on them soundtracks and putting it at the end of the movies and in the movies, you know, Ice Cube started that really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Finding Forrester too, right?
Yeah, I was in Finding Forrester. I didn't have any music in Finding Forrester, but I was able to work with Busta Rhymes. That was amazing too, because remember when I said I was in a group and Busta used to write for me. If you fast forward years later, now I'm a solo artist. I'm LIL ZANE, and you know, I'm doing Finding Forrester, and Busta Rhymes is in Finding Forrester. So, you know, you can imagine how his face was when he like, damn, this that same little kid that I was writing for, but now he like 18, 17, 18 at the time. And so he probably was like, damn, you know what I mean? So, you know, and then look at me now. Now if you turn on BMF, you know, you see me on BMF. So it's like I'm always popping up somewhere. You know, I stay.
It's no question about you how many ties you got in the game. You know what I'm saying? And you've been blessed, baby, because you may say one thing, you know what I'm saying, but because I've been around a little while, I know what that extends to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was in BMF, you know that it ain't far from him being able to have a call with 50 or something, or you know what I'm saying, or reach out the lot. I mean,
the arm length is long now. The reach is long now. all the ties is back on, because it's like, you know, when you get to meet me, even though I talk my little ish, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just an ish talker, but like I'm really cool. I'm really giving. I'm really
humble.
I'm a hard worker. I'm
You have
super
a
humble.
beautiful
I'm a hard
spirit.
worker. When you meet me, it's like 50 has never like met me and walked past me, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. Like, and I respect that. Like, you know, not saying it like, oh, he know better, no shit like that, because he walked past you in a minute.
Right.
But you know, when someone that caliber, you know, takes the opportunity to bring you back in the public's eye like he did, because he took a chance, you know, put me in that position. So, and then just being able to be a mentor ever since then, where you can see him and call him and ask for advice when you see him, and you know, have those conversations, and knowing that if he in the room, he gonna stop, and you know, every time he see me and we popping bottles, he give me a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, dog. Like
Yeah.
he'll
Yep,
personally
he
Yeah.
gave us about
Yeah.
he'll
You know
personally
what I
pass
mean?
it to me. Yeah,
You
he'll
done popped
personally.
through around here one time,
Yo,
you know?
50 personally passed me a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't getting that. Like 50 will
Now.
walk past you. Like I feel like, but people don't know when 50 used to come to Atlanta, he have his real security, then he have his gangster security, street security. Like I used to be with the street security side. One of those people is my cousin. So every time he used to guard 50 and show 50 around the city or whatever he was doing for 50, he would call me. And even though I was already Lil Zane, he knew what he was doing. Like he was just putting me in the mix. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
50 see me out, he'll just turn and double look like that Lil Zane. Like he'll just see me in the cut with the goons. He see me in the cut with the goons, just chilling, quiet. I wasn't doing too much, but when we going out, you know, they still giving people still showing me love. So 50 peep everything. So he was probably peeping that shit like, okay, he really, really out here. Like he out here. So when I
Yeah.
came out here, when I did the BMF and I did my part, it was like, well, you know, he ain't too far from acting. Like he, you know, it was easy to come.
Yeah.
It's easy for when somebody see you and believe you. It's like, you know, it's like I said, it's a blessing, man. Shout out to 50 Cent, man, and
And
you
shout
know,
out to 50. He
yeah,
comes
just
to
being,
Phoenix a lot too with his
yeah,
Bobby Connors and stuff. So
yeah, man. Like
uh,
I'm trying. He's a
yeah.
cancer like me too. So you know, that's one of my people now. Now they're gonna say I'm trying to be like 50, huh? Because I'm definitely trying to
Yeah.
be like.
But
I'm
shit,
definitely
listen,
first it was
I
Pac,
ain't a
now it's
bad
gonna be
person to try to
50.
be like. You know what I mean?
You know, first it was Pac, now it's 50. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, I'm trying to be like the best. Like, and then it's like I find that common ground with people that I look up to, and I try to, you know, the wheel don't got to be done over again. If you see a blueprint, somebody doesn't go through everything they go to for you to have to come with a whole new idea. It's like, bro, he showed you the blueprint. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, I'm a
Yep.
rapper, he a rapper. I'm a cancer, he a cancer. I'm an actor now. He's an actor now. I'm writing scripts. He's writing scripts. All you got to do is we got the same 24 hours. So now it's like, okay, what did he do? What is he doing that I could do that'll make me kind of like 50? You know what I'm saying? What is
And
Pac doing?
it's all
What is
about
yeah, yeah. Go
it's
ahead.
all
I need
about learning and growth because like I like to hang around people that are smarter than me. I like to learn. You know
me
what I'm
too.
saying? You have to.
I like to be the dumbest one in the room. And
Yeah.
I tell him, yo, I tell him, hey, bro, look, I don't know everything, but I'm the type of
Right.
person. If you show me how to get to your house one time, I don't need the GPS no more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Show me one time how to get to the crib, and I
Yep.
don't need
One
the
time,
GPS.
Yep.
you know what I mean? My internal direction does not fail me at all, baby.
So
You
it's
know what
like
I
that
mean?
in real life. It's like, show me one time the blueprint,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, show me one time the blueprint, and they were rehearsing back then. I'm sorry. Um, show me one time the blueprint, and I'm gonna follow it, and that's what I'm doing right now. You know, I've been writing scripts. I got 30 scripts written. You know,
Right.
and it's things people don't know. I got 30 scripts written. I got over 5,000 songs written. You know, and I just been piling them up because if I don't put out a whole album, I just do movies and put the songs in the movies and the soundtrack
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so my thing is just, you know, keep working. It's gonna be used for something. Like opportunity, there's preparation meets the opportunity,
Yeah.
meets the success. So now it's just about I got so much music and I got so many scripts. It's just a matter
So,
of time.
so so segueing into my next question, because you kind of tapped on it, because you talked about it before I could ask it, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. You
I'm
know what I'm
sorry, dog. Be
saying?
moving fast. My brain, as you
No,
see,
but
my
you,
brain
but you,
move fast.
yo, Z, baby, that's real. And you hear me call you
Right.
Z, you know what I'm saying? Because You know what I mean?
My
Like where
brain
I
moves
come
fast,
from.
dog. You know what I'm saying? I know
You know
y'all
what I
told
mean?
me
Where
I
I
only,
come
I know
from,
y'all told me I only got 35 minutes. It's already 34 minutes.
Right.
So throughout your years and the things that you've done, man, it had to be somebody, man, that you sat down that you can always go to, man, that always drops jewels on you. You know what I'm saying? A lot
Someone
of
I can always
times,
go to that drop jewels on me.
yeah.
That you'll never forget, that stuck with you.
Honestly, dogs. Really, really, man, just my pops. You know what I'm saying? Big Z, man. Like, I ain't really had nobody in the industry really just show me, like, take me under the wing. I kind of had to just learn myself. Like,
Real talk. You can
you
hear it
know,
in your talk.
real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pops just always kept me grounded and was just like, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, do you stay working, stay practicing. Practice is always important. Oh, I keep thinking she's talking to me. That's how you know she's a good actor. That's how you know she's a good actor.
Hey, yo,
That's how
when
you know
you the
she
king, everybody want to talk to you. You know what I mean?
look, and
That's
that's
the
how
way
you know
I
she
be
good.
feeling like that.
Look, that's how you know she's a good actor, because every time she says excuse me, it's like I keep turning around, but she's like, look. Yo, this is crazy. So, you know, every day waking up now, being on sets again, and just, you know, I never stopped. It's just like the projects I was doing just wasn't really getting picked up, or wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, the type of level projects that I was used to doing. So, you know, and now I'm just back to doing them high quality projects. I'm back to doing like I'm on a set right now. It's a high quality set. It's I'm an EP on this now too. I'm executive producer on this too. So starring, executive producing. But you know,
Nice.
I ain't got no chair that says executive producer. I don't care about none of that. I
You
don't care
already
about
know
none of
who
that,
you
dog.
are. Come
I don't
on,
care
man.
about none of that.
You know who you
Man,
are, King.
No, ain't no question about that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to get the
Hey,
job
man.
done.
So Sonny, you know what I mean? We're gonna kind of move this forward real quick. You know what I mean? Before we go, we time restricted right now. I need you to shout out, plug everything, everybody that's got you in the position or the place where you are now, my brother.
You know, I just want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, God, first of all. Shout out God, shout out, you know, myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I push myself, my biggest motivator, you know what I'm saying, my biggest fan, my fans, you know what I'm saying, my family, you know what I mean? You know, my homeboy Big D, my manager, Big D, my manager JR, we moving right now. My brothers, my family, what else? Who else? Tasha Smith, 50, Ian Wolf, Stars, for you know, for making things happen. Um, who else, man? Unwind Water Bottle, you know, my company. Just, you know, I got people at my company that my staff is just amazing. You know, my PR, Kaya, you know what I'm saying? She's
Shout
amazing.
out to Kai.
Shout out to Kaya. Who else? All my sponsors, my, you know, 712 Vodka, you know, all my sponsors that's putting up behind me. You know, just everybody like that. All the mentors I had over the years, the Dallas Austins, the Diddy's, you know, the Jermaine Dupri's, you know,
Yeah.
Eric Sermons, you know, the Pops, you know what I mean? Just the Biggies, rest in peace, you know, just if I had to shout out everybody that has something to do with what I'm doing right now, the list could keep going, you know what I'm saying? People show me so much love, and just, you know, look at me 30 years later, just really just going crazy.
Because you know
I've been
what?
throwing parties back to back, and the city just been coming out crazy. Like,
You know why,
I had
Zane? Because
I
you
had-
know
yeah, I had
your
a
light
pool
is
party.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Your light is
I,
beautiful.
Thank you. I had a pool party, you know, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, went crazy for 420. And then 2 days later, I had a fight party and it went crazy. And, you know, it's just like, you know, just seeing the love from the fans still build up. So shout out to the fans, shout out to the media. You know, just everybody that's rocking with your boy right now. Like, we ain't stopping, we just getting started. And appreciate y'all for the interview. You know,
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Good
Thank you so
question,
much.
baby.
Oh, where can they follow you at?
you can follow me, Lil Zane's World on Instagram, Lil Zane's World, Lil Zane on Facebook. That's LILZANESWORLD. All right, dog. See, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Lil Zane's World. On Twitter is Lil Zane. All social media, Lil Zane or Lil Zane's World. You know, follow my website, it's unwindessentials.com. My clothing line, establishedblack.com. You know, just moving, man. You know,
Yeah.
Moolah making visual.
What I want to hear what that water was again.
Right.
It's called Unwind water bottle. You follow us on Instagram at Unwind Water Bottle. That's UNWINE water bottle. And you know, my whole concept is water and wine bottles. You know, so it's water and wine bottles. This is just one of my sample bottles. Real easy for me to carry around while I'm on set. But I have glass, plastic. I have like 4 different type of bottles. So that's a whole nother conversation. So I'm water. I'm the real water boy. We're selling water right now. Like, but this is like the upper echelon of water. Like you'll find this in cigar bars. You'll find this in we're in a couple LA fitnesses.
You riding a Black Ford Explorer?
No.
All right, cool.
You know, we're in a couple LA fitnesses right now. We're in a couple comedy clubs. We're in a couple lounges. So you know, we pushing the water. It's definitely really sexy. Ladies, go get you some unwind water. Unwind with me, baby. Come unwind with me, baby.
We gotta get you out in Phoenix, Arizona, Zane. We gotta get you out here.
And you know,
shout out to Phoenix, Arizona, man. Let's get out there, man. Shout out to Phoenix,
we
man.
in Phoenix, Arizona.
And we absolutely gonna get you in the magazine.
Huh?
I said we absolutely gonna get you in the magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. I'm a model, boy. You don't see me
hey, yo, boy.
in that magazine. I'm a model, boy. I'm a model.
Hey, boy, I'm thinking you might have knocked somebody off the cover spot, baby. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo.
Hey, tell them, man. Arizona,
you know what I mean?
Hey, so look, I got this new idea. I can't really get my idea out too much, but just know I'm about to come to Arizona and throw the biggest pool party ever. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. Let's get it.
I can't say too much, but just know this summer.
Don't say no more. That's what I'm saying.
Biggest pool party ever.
Just don't say no more. All you gotta say is, yo, we on our way. Yo, media made. Be over here. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta say no more, cause I got the rest. Cause I'm coming with the motherfucking thunder. So you.
I love it, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
No doubt, man. Hey, man, let me just say this, man. It was a wonderful thing that you came out, man. You spent some time with us and all that, you know.
Thank you, man.
But I say this to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? May you always be blessed in everything that you do, every day that you do it, and may you prosper each and every day that you do everything that you do, my brother. You heard?
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for taking the time. You know what I mean? And got a good movie coming to y'all. This movie is literally called Shit. It's called Shit. Can I say shit?
You can say
absolutely.
Shit.
This movie is called Shit. And starring and executive produced by me, the little Zane, the piece of little shit. You know what I'm saying?
Little shit.
Yeah, we lit.
Oh, shit.
Hey, so y'all get ready for Shit coming to theaters real soon, man. We got something special going with this one. It's gonna make you laugh. It's a comedy written by my man Warren, executive produced by yours truly and Javier McIntosh. So it's we out here working, man.
Yeah, no doubt, baby. Keep working, man. Salute, my brother.
Letting y'all see my staff and see the team, man. Look at the team. The team is there.
Beautiful.
These other cats ain't working. We never not working.
All right.
They don't open the door. Tell them it's over. It's over now. I'm the new Tyler Perry.
Come on, man.
Let it be known, baby.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah,
I'm the new Tyler Perry. Zala, go with Zala Perry. You know what I'm saying? Zane. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Zane. We appreciate you.
Now,
peace, my brother.
All right, have a good day, man.
You too.
Appreciate
it.
Z ain't no joke, baby.